Hello, hello. May peace and blessings be with you, everyone. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that my audio and video is working well. If you're here with me live, let me know. If you're catching the replay and you haven't yet joined the Wealthy Startups community on Facebook, you got to check it out. I'm going to include the link in wherever you're watching this replay. I'm going to include the link in the description so you can grab it and join me live for future trainings. I am making the intention to be live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time inside the Wealthy Startups group, where I am covering a tech topic. And I'm just really trying to simplify tech for you. So today's topic is, I feel like, very near and dear to my heart. We're going to talk about funnels. I'm going to show you how to build a simple opt-in funnel using OneTech. And we're going to keep it fairly simple. I'm going to start with a template and we're going to customize it to build a beautiful looking funnel. If you're excited about that, let's get started. Okay, so the funnel I have selected to build today is going to be something that is going to deliver a free resource, free guide of some sort, because I feel like that is one of the most common funnels I see out there. Once you learn how to build this opt-in funnel, you can essentially build any sort of opt-in funnels. It could book a call, it could deliver like a video training or something like that. The basics are essentially the same. You're just adding that other element that you're delivering later on, right? Okay. So when we are building a funnel, I like to think of it, there are 4 things that you need to include in a funnel or have available, ready, at least like envisioned before you get started. So the 4 things are what your landing page is going to say. What is a landing page? Landing page is essentially just a web page where you're sending people to go to learn a little bit about whatever that thing is that you're about to give them. And on that landing page, you're going to have some sort of a form where you are collecting their name and their email address so that you can deliver your free resource to them. The free resource can be anything. It could be a PDF resource. It could be a link to, let's say, a Google spreadsheet template of some sort. It could be a link to a Canva template or something like that. It could also be a video training. It could be a whole bunch of things. It could be like an audio file or a Google Doc or Word doc or something like that, right? So whatever your heart desires, you can give away something of value. Really, really keep your ideal client in mind. What is something that will alleviate a pain point that they have that they're coming to you for? So please provide that in your free resource and then you're good to go. Okay, so the 4 things that you need are a landing page. What is your landing page going to say on it? Some catchy title and, it's how you're describing that free resource and stuff like that. The form that is included on the landing page. So those are 2 things. The third thing is your thank you page, where people are going to get to after they have provided their email address to you, after they hit that call to action button. We call it a call to action button. It literally can say submit, or it can say something else interesting that, yes, send me that resource, or yes, I'm ready, or something like that, right? So thank you page. And on that thank you page, you are going to include the free resource link so that they are self-serving. You are not making it complicated for them. The expectation is once they hit that button on the other side, they're going to receive that free resource that you're going to do. If you have done that successfully, you have yourself an opt-in funnel that is going to bring people to you and they're going to get added to your email list going forward. Okay. If you have any questions as I'm doing this, please let me know. I will be checking the comments periodically and answering those. Kathy said, lost for a minute. What platform are you using? So Kathy, I am using a platform called OneTech. It is powered by GoHighLevel. So that is the platform I'm going to use. I have done other trainings on Flowdesk. If you're using Flowdesk, I've done those trainings previously already in the group. If you search the group for the word Flowdesk, I'm sure you'll find those trainings if needed. But OneTech is my platform of choice at this point. I absolutely love it. It is versatile. It is truly an all-in-one platform that lets you build funnels, that lets you have all conversations in one place, that lets you build courses, it lets you build communities, it lets you capture testimonials, and also lets you schedule your social media content and build all kinds of fancy automations. So I absolutely love it. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started. All right, so I am logged into OneTech and I'm logged into my account. My poor team, sometimes they get upset with me because I do all kinds of building and training and all of that using my live account. And I try to use the word test as much as possible so they know it's not like a real thing. It's a test of some sort that I'm doing and building. Okay, so this is what the OneTech platform looks like on the back end. I'm going to go to sites because that is where we're going to build a funnel. It's going to take me to the funnels menu. I have all these different funnels built over here for all different things. You know, we do lots and lots of different programs and things like that, and all of those are built through funnels. I'm going to not go into any of that. I'm going to just show you how to create a funnel using a template that is already available inside the platform. So you're going to click on new funnel in the top right corner. Over here, you have a few choices. You can just start from a blank funnel. I do not advise that or recommend that. You always want to start from a template, or you can also try this funnel AI, which is pretty cool. You can build a funnel, the first page of a funnel using AI. It does it pretty quickly. You can give that a try if you have this platform. Okay, so I'm going to click on from templates and we're going to hit continue. Over here, you have all different kinds of templates available to you. I'm going to apply a couple of filters just so that we can do this a little quickly. Okay, so let's say I am going to select business, coaching, and consulting. It's going to narrow down my choices and it's showing me some templates that I can select from. This is essentially showing you the first page of that funnel, which is the landing page. It's just showing you a little preview of that. If something catches your eye, you can totally go with it. I'm going to apply another filter here. I'm going to just look for something that lets me deliver a free resource or download because that is essentially what I'm after. Okay, so this first one that says upside down funnel, I don't really know what that means, but let's just go explore and check that out. I'm going to click on the little eye over here and we are going to preview this. So it's telling me this is what it's going to look like. It's going to let me add my logo here. I can change this background image if I want. There's going to be a catchy title and button that is glowing. I love it. Okay, so that's good. And then I have a place to add some logos if I want to, or I can just add something else over here. What's the main focus in your business right now? Okay, so I can also do more call to action buttons. I don't know how much I love this, but you know, you can essentially see this as something that you are giving them additional choices on that same page. I personally don't like doing that because you really want them to stay focused on grabbing that free resource and not get distracted by a whole bunch of other things, right? So I may just delete this entire section after I pull this in, and there it is. Download the free guide. Beautiful. Okay, this is good. I like it. Let's go with it. Pretty simplistic. Let's just go with it. I'm going to hit the continue button in the top right corner. What this is going to do is it's going to install this template inside my account now, and I will be able to edit that from there. Okay, while it's doing that, I am gonna just quickly hop in to the group to make sure we are all good still. Okay, Danielle is saying, I have an email through GoDaddy that has my freebie in the title, and I also have a full website. Which place should I have the funnel connected to? I want to say probably connect your funnel to the website. So this is what I have done. I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here, but hopefully this helps answer the question. If I go to my website, which is simplifyonething.com, I have several different things that I'm collecting emails using. So this resources button over here, if people click on that, it takes them to this additional landing page where they can get access to my Canva training. So this is one of my lead magnets. And I have a few other ones on here too. If people are not sure where to get started to figure out like what type of tech they need, what type of tech stack they need, what kind of tech services they may need, or what subscriptions to cancel if they have a whole bunch of different ones. They essentially can schedule some time to have a conversation with me. So I just tell them, click on the start here button, which is going to take them to a form that they have to fill out. After they complete this form, on the next page, they're going to get the calendar link to book a call with me. So this is another type of funnel or lead magnet, but I have connected it all to my website. So these are basically additional funnels tied through different buttons on my website directly on here. There is one more. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you also can sign up to be receiving my tech tips via email. So that's also another lead magnet right off the website. Okay. So Danielle, I hope that this is giving you some ideas of how you can connect it to your existing website. Okay. So the standalone funnel, we're just going to build it on OneTech. You could also build it on Flowdesk if that's what you have, or some other platform. I'm going to stick to OneTech because that is what I'm using and loving a lot. Okay. So now that it has installed the funnel, it has placed me inside the funnel, and it's going to let me customize anything on this funnel. Everything on here is broken down into sections. Then within a section, you can have a row. A row can have columns, any number of columns, one column, multiple columns. And then inside a column is where you insert an element. So it's like a 4-level hierarchy. Once you understand it, building everything on here is super, super easy. So the sections are highlighted in green as I hover my mouse over something, right? So this is a section and it's green. And in the bottom right, it's also telling me what it is, right? So as I hover my mouse over it, it's showing me that it's a section, it's a green. Okay, so inside the section are the rows. Let's see, can I show you a blue row? Rows are blue. Here we go. So this row has one column and it's centered. So this is a row and this is also a row. So I see like a couple of rows on here, and inside the row is a column. You can have one column or multiple columns. You can have any number of columns. So the columns are in this lilac color. This is how I know what's what. And then inside the column are different elements added. So here is a headline element, here is a sub-headline element, and here is a button element. So that's how all of that is structured. So all this is there is a section. Inside the section, there is an image which is added as a background image. It's overlaid on here. It's shown as full center, this image right here. It has a half fade. Let's just add no fade, see what happens. So makes it a little darker, right? Now you can tell this is and let's do light fade. Actually, heavy fade is too much. Okay, so this is how you can adjust the fading of the background image, however dark or light you want to see it. And to add an image is super duper simple. You upload it to the media library and add the link here under the background image, and that's it. That's how it's going to show up. I'm going to change that image in just a bit, but I just want you to know like how this is structured, right? So section, inside the section is rows, which are blue. Inside the row are columns, which are lilac. Inside the column are elements. Okay, let's add a new section just so that you understand what I'm doing over here, because I feel like this is a key piece that sometimes people get frustrated if they don't understand the structure. So let's just break it down one more time. So I'm going to click on this little plus button with where the green is. I could start here, or I could also start in the top left corner with the plus button. So anytime you want to add anything new, this is where you're going to go. You can go to sections and you can say, okay, just add a full width section. If I just click on that, it's going to add this section right here. If I clicked on this plus button, the green plus button, it would have done the same thing, but this is what this is going to do. Inside the section, it says add row, right? So it's guiding you through that a little bit. So I'm going to click on add row, and I'm going to say this time add a 2-column row, because I want to show you what else you're able to do over here. So now it has added this blue 2-column row, and it has automatically already added the 2 columns. And now each of the columns is ready to receive an element. So you can add any elements on here. So let's say on the left, I want to do a video element, and on the right, I'm going to do maybe a button or something like that, right? So on the left, I'm going to click on add element, and in here, I'm going to say, just add a video, and it's just going to add the video placeholder. It has not yet added any video here. I could add a video from YouTube, or I could add a video directly that's uploaded into OneTech platform, and you can bring that over. So it's totally up to you. Okay, so right below the video, I want to do something below the video or not. Let's just leave it. on the right-hand side, let's just add a heading first. Then under the heading, I want to do a subheading. And under that, I want to do a form or a button. Let's just do a button over here. Okay. So here we go. I've added this button, and then I can customize this button as well. I can keep it in green color. Green buttons do really, really well. I can also adjust how the button shows up. I can also add a little animation. Let's make it, what do you want to do? Let's make it bounce a little. There we go. I like it. Okay, let's make it bounce. And under advanced, let's make this button. These are I can also add a little shadow to the button if I want. We can add a little shadow. I don't know what I'm doing here, but let's just add a pink shadow to the button. Outer shadow. There we go. It has added a little shadow. It's a silly example, but there's a lot you can do with this. And I'm gonna also do some inner shadow. Try this. Haha, it's silly. Okay, just something fun. So I feel like I could come here and get lost on all kinds of fun things, but you can totally do that. And I can call it whatever button I want to name it. I can say sign up now or something like that, right? All right, so the text, if you want to update the button text, this is where you would change it. You'd say, send it to me now, something like that, right? All right, so right here, you will update the headline. You can change it. You can just text or headline goes here. So I can just do that, right? And then same thing here, you can adjust it. If you want to change the font color or something, you can change it over here. If you want to make it bolded, you can make it bolded. So you can do all kinds of things. It's basically just like a text editor that you are using to make adjustments. Okay, so I just wanted you to see if we were building it from scratch, like how we could do that on here by adding a few fancy things to it. I'm not going to really use this section. I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to add some things over here. Okay, so your logo goes here. It says, so it has a file over here. I'm going to just change that. I'm going to click on, what I did was I clicked on this little image button, which is to browse to the media library to get our logo. So I'm going to go in here. So previously we had created a logo folder where we have added all different kinds of logos that we work with for our business. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, I want to pick one of my logos from here. Let's just take this one. Okay, see how this is huge? I can also adjust the height or width of this. Let's just make it 400, see what that looks like. Okay, even that's pretty big. Let's make it smaller. Might have gotten a little too small. Let's try 150, see what happens. And when I'm doing this, I am mostly only adjusting one of them, not both, because I don't want the image getting distorted. I just let the other one, leave the other one on auto, and I just let it, basically adjust as needed automatically. Okay, so I'm going to leave that logo here, and over here, let's just change this headline to say, want to convert more visitors into leads. That looks fine. Download the ultimate guide to creating persuasive opt-in forms. That's pretty good, right? Let's just go with that. And for the download the free guide, I'm going to change that to say download the, I don't know, my #1 hack for capturing leads or something like that. Something like that. Okay. So for changing this background image, you can upload your own image or you can click on this image again. And over here, you can go to backgrounds or you can select something from Unsplash or Pixabay. Those are two basically image libraries that are included in here already. And you can select one of those. Let's try Unsplash. I don't know if Unsplash has like the best stock images or not, but let's try something. Okay, what do we the background image to look like? Let's see. Let's think what could be pretty good for this use case that we're building. Okay. I mean, a lot of times I like these like simple visuals with lots of white in the background for some reason. I kind of like this one and this one. Should we try this one? Okay, so to add that, I'm going to click on the 3 dots over here. I'm going to say add image to my media. And then from there, I am going to upload it. Okay, so it has added it right here. And from here, I'm going to say select Actually, could I just do this? Yeah, double click on it. There we go. So we've swapped out the image already, and it has applied the same preferences that I'd selected, you know, full center and half fade. If I want to change that, I totally can, but that looks pretty good. I don't know if I'm loving the logo right in the middle over here. Let's see if we can adjust that a little bit. Okay, so there is also something called like the margins and padding and all of that for this entire thing, right? So this section has been added, this row has been added over here, and it has 20 pixels on the inside as padding at the top and also at the bottom. So this is where the element lives. I want to see if I can, what happens if I do -10? Okay, so it adjusted it to the top a little bit. When you're using negative numbers in the margins, it's basically taking it above wherever it originally placed it, right? Because I'm using a negative number and at the top. So that's what it's trying to do. It's like moving it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like this, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually delete this section because we don't need it anymore. I may add something over here with the logos, with the cute pictures here. I don't really need this section, so I'm going to delete the entire thing. Over here, I'm going to update this. Like, we believe that building a conversion optimized website should be easy. You can upload your own image over here, and you can update all of this, also this text over here, right? So you can say, we can use ChatGPT for this stuff also, asking like what would be a good copy to get people to opt into your request your resource for capturing leads, right? Okay. Download, we can call it we can name it the same thing. Download my #1 tip for capturing leads. And you'd update the name and all of that good stuff. And you'd add like different images of different things here, right? I would say something that talks about leads or profits or something like that. That's what I would do over here. And that's it, right? Like I would just leave it like that. Okay, so I'm going to hit save on here. So far what we have done is we've taken a landing page and we have updated, customized it. We started with the template, we've customized it. Some of the language on here, I know I didn't go into a lot of detail with updating the copy or anything like that, but you know, you basically go with it and you can adjust it for your own needs. And once that is done, we are going to link this button. Either you can have this button open up a form, a pop-up form, or you could have just added the form directly on here. Totally up to you. I kind of like this clean design over here, so I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not going to add the form here, but I'm going to show you how to add the form to a pop-up on this page. So let's do that. So whenever you have button elements added, you have this section at the bottom that says button action. What do you want it to do? So from the actions, we're going to say open pop-up. So that's what the button is going to do. And let's do the same thing with this one too. We are going to say open pop-up. Okay, so now that we have told it to open a pop-up, let's just design a little pop-up over here. We are going to click on this little pop-up settings button in the top left on the menu bar. And right here, it's going to say, what do you want to do? This is just like a blank pop-up right now. We're going to add a form to this blank pop-up in just a second. I'm going to say add a column. To the column, we're going to say headline. We're going to say, okay. Okay, I'm going to click on this little plus sign over here. And right here, I'm going to say add a form. It's asking me which form to include on here. So in here, like we have built a whole bunch of forms previously, but for this purpose, I'm going to build a new form. So for that, I'm going to say, if you wish to add a new form, click here. I'm going to click on that, and we're going to build a new form. The form is only going to have 3 fields. It's going to say name, first name, last name, and email. That's all I'm capturing at this time. So right here, we are going to say add a form, and I'm going to just build one from scratch because I know what I want. You can build one from templates if you want also. It's same type of thing that what we did with funnels, right? So you're not starting from scratch, you are starting from a template. You can do that, or you can build from scratch. Actually, let's just go through and grab one from templates. We have all different kinds of templates available for this also. I like the super simple kind of forms like this one. I kind of like this one. So I'm going to just click on this, and we can just grab this and hit continue. It'll automatically basically create that form. And if the color and the branding matches, we can keep it. If we want to change it, we totally can. Okay, so I don't know how much I love this. I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to just keep first name, email, and submit. I'm going to add another field, which is last name, right? I said I'm going to do that. So from the left over here, I am going to select this last name field, which is already built in. And that's it. That's all I need to do. On here, if I want to change the color, which I am going to change the color, and I'm going to say, I'm going to change the background color over here of this button. I'm going to make it match this color over here, which was this blue color, right? Hit save on here, close out of this. I'm going to go in here and it's going to show me, because I want to make sure like I'm selecting the same blue. Where is it showing me the blue color? Not the default colors, custom colors. There we go. So this is custom color 78. If I click on that, it's going to give me the hex code for that. So I'm going to click, I'm going to basically copy the code of this one, and I'm going to bring it over here, and I'm going to say background color. There we go. And the color of the form itself, I am going to just change it to say use this theme. All right, I've just changed the theme because it has a white background, and now I'm going to change the color of the button. There we go. It's all gonna then match with the other thing, right? And instead of calling it registration, I'm going to say this was something like that. That way I know which funnel I'm tying this one to, and hit submit. And I am going to say, click on options over here. So on submit of this button, I'm gonna say open. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone for now. I'll show you what this means in just a minute. Okay, so just like that, we have created a form. Now we're going to add that form into our pop-up. So I said, number one tip for capturing leads. It says you do not have a form yet. I'm going to click on this again. It's showing me right here. And now if I search for lead capture opt-in, there we go. That's the one we just created, which has first name, last name, email. That's it. Easy schmeezy. So just like that, we have done two things. We have designed a landing page. We have added a form to the landing page, right? Okay. Are you with me so far? Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to build a thank you page on the next page. And on the thank you page, I'm basically going to include a thank you message and a button for them to download whatever that resource is. And that's it. Then my funnel is done. Okay. So this was the first page. I am going to add a second page. To do that, I'm going to make sure I'm hitting save. It auto saves also, but I also like saving manually as well. So this funnel is called, I'm going to go hit the back button over here. Okay. So here's what the structure of my funnel looks like. So this one only had one step. I'm going to add a second step. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to say, we are going to call it confirmation. And I'm going to just create this step. I'm not even adding the path or anything like that. That will happen later on. Okay. So I can use an existing page or I can create from blank page. So if you have a thank you page template that you like, that you've used with other funnels, you can totally include that so that you're using the same one consistently over and over. Or if you want to use one that matches the branding and all of that of this one, you can actually copy this one also if you want. So let's see if we can, let me just see if I can just duplicate this one. Clone funnel step. If I could just clone funnel step, I'm going to say clone funnel step in this funnel. So it's actually just going to clone the existing one. That might be faster. Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. So I'll delete this one and it's going to say, are you sure you want to delete this? Yes. If I can spell delete. Here we go. And this one, I'm just going to rename it by clicking on here and I'm going to say this is confirmation page. I'm not going to mess with the path just yet. I'll come back to that later on. Okay, so essentially what this has done is it has cloned that page for me. I'm going to click on edit on here and it's going to just open this page now. And on here, what I'm going to do is the reason I kept this is just so that I can use the same buttons and layout and all of that, right? So it all stays something like that, right? So click the button below to download the guide, the free guide. Okay, so now this one, I'm gonna just change the button text on this one, and I'm gonna just take all of this out, make it super duper simple. And I'm also gonna you can keep this and you can modify this to say something different. You can say, you know, here's a link to join my community or something like that. And, you know, you can do that, join my community. Okay, so on the download one, this time we're not gonna open up a pop-up. We are going to, what are we gonna do? We are gonna open a website URL, or yeah, website URL will be fine. And wherever you have saved your free resource, if you have saved it to a Google Drive, you could link it from there. I don't save anything to the Google Drive ever since I've had OneTech. So I basically just upload the PDF directly to the media library and we pick it up from there. And that's the link I would include on here. So let me show you how I would do that. I am going to go to on the second tab where I have this open. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to just go back on here. And I am going to go to media storage. And let's say in my test folder for now, I'm just going to drop a PDF of some sort. I'm going to click on upload and I'm going to drop my PDF in here. Clarity guide. Let's see. All right. Creating effective visual aids. No idea what this is, but we are going to go with it. We're going to click on get link. So that's the link we want to open when somebody clicks on this link. That's it. And you can have it open in a new tab if you want, or you can have it open just in the same tab if you want. That is totally fine. And right here, I could include the link to my Facebook community, which is facebook.com. We can copy that link. This is my Facebook community. And over here, instead of opening the pop-up, I'm going to say open website. And over here, we are going to include the link for the community. Sound good? Okay. So just like that, we have created a funnel. And if you want to change the background, you totally can. You can say, so the page looks very similar. If you want to change the background of this one, you totally can. And that's it, right? So what we have done, let's just recap real quick. There's one more thing we want to do. We were on the home page. We are going to click on, once they have done that, once they have submitted the form, the pop-up form, what to do with the button action, right? So after they have submitted what to do, we're going to go make sure it goes to the next step in the funnel. And that's it. Okay. So we are recapping real quick. So we came to funnels. We created a brand new funnel. The silly thing called it upside down funnel, but that's fine. We'll change the name of it later. Okay, so we created 2 steps in the funnel. The first one was the landing page, where the landing page basically tells people a little bit about the free resource we're going to give them. There was a button on the landing page that we connected to open up a pop-up. We added the pop-up. To the pop-up, we added a form that they're going to fill out. It's a super simple form that's going to collect first name, last name, and email. And once they fill out that form and hit the submit button, it's going to take them to the next page in the funnel where they can download the resource. And we uploaded the resource directly into the media library. When they click on the download button on that page, they are going to get that PDF resource sent to them. And they're going to be able to open that and download it from there. Okay, should we test drive this? Okay, so if I go to view page, I've not yet connected a domain or anything. It has this like funky domain right now. It just says app.onetechcoach.com and some funky thing at the end. Okay, so it's popping up that automatically also. So that's also something you can change, where you control it so it pops up after they click the button, or it could just show up as they come to the funnel, either or, right? You can program that. I didn't show you where that setting is, but that's totally programmable. Okay. So once I'm here, I'm going to click on the download my number 1 tip. Let's fill this out. Timmy, Timmy at simplify one thing. And I'm going to hit submit. It is going to take me to the next page where it says, congrats for taking the first step. Hit the download button. Once I download, it's going to, there we go. This was the the thing we added. This is a free resource. Haha. It's a evaluation form for Toastmasters. That's silly. But here we go. That's how you're able to build your funnel. And on this page also, they were also at the bottom able to connect to your community. You'll take them to Facebook and also let them join your community if you want them to do that. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. I am going to stop sharing for a moment and I am going to come back over here and I want to see if anybody has any questions. I know I've been going fast on this and have not come back and looked at comments. Okay, Kathy's asking, does ClickFunnels have the same options? Are all platforms similar in how to build? Why do you like OneTech over others? Okay, Kathy said extremely helpful. I'm grateful, friend. Okay, so a lot of these platforms are pretty similar. They all have their own quirks and nuances and all of that. Pick one, stick to it, and just, learn to build on that and keep going. A lot of them market themselves as all-in-one platforms. Kajabi calls itself all-in-one. ClickFunnels calls itself all-in-one. OneTech calls itself all-in-one. But that also depends on what all-in-one means. There are a few basic features that pretty much all of them would have, but then each one would have something that it does exceptionally well. I have found OneTech, which is powered by GoHighLevel, to be a very progressive platform. It has a lot of functionality and it's constantly updating and adding new functionality. Kajabi does not change as much and does not add new functionality as fast as OneTech. And Kajabi also doesn't, I feel like there are certain things that it doesn't do that OneTech is able to do. One of my primary reasons for switching to OneTech, so I previously had Teachable and a few other things. I had ClickFunnels and Teachable and something else, WordPress for my website. So I migrated everything over to OneTech. It does websites, it does courses, it does communities, it has a mobile app, it does testimonials. But my number one reason for switching was that all conversations coming from every different direction could all be in the same place. That was my primary reason for switching, because one of my struggles was that whenever I was having a conversation with someone new, we would sometimes start in the DMs on the business Facebook page, but then later on that conversation would be via email or something like that. And I could never remember, where we last left off or where to even go to find that conversation, to find the notes from the conversation, things like that. So now what happens is all leads come into the same place, into OneTech. And sometimes it would, like, if it doesn't recognize if it's the person DMing you on Facebook is the same person that is emailing you, sometimes it doesn't recognize that because, you could have two different emails and all of that. So, but you have the ability to merge the contacts. Once you merge the contacts, then all conversations basically stay in the same spot. So I am able to find the person and see all the history for that person, all the conversations, all the emails, all the text messages, all the web chats, all the Facebook DMs, all of the, even if there was a phone call or something like that, when was the last time we had an appointment together or something like that? What was the last thing they purchased from me? What was a web page that they went to, a service they may be interested in, all of that good stuff. So for that reason, I absolutely love OneTech because I have visibility to the entire experience of that lead in one spot, and I absolutely love it. Okay, so Danielle said, question, I'm using Social Connector because I didn't know about OneTech. I have a consult called scheduled for Friday about the VA service. Can they help me if I'm on Social Connector and not on OneTech? So Danielle, the answer to that is yes, because our VAs are getting trained on OneTech, which is powered by GoHighLevel. Social Connector is also powered by GoHighLevel. So yes, the VA can be used, but just know that if they are using a different GoHighLevel platform than OneTech, after the initial training, they are responsible for keeping updated with their skill set and knowledge and all of that. But I'm pretty sure that Social Connector could provide, that ongoing tech support and also the, training and education for future stuff, because the platform is constantly changing. New features are constantly getting released and all of that. The benefit of OneTech when you're hiring my VAs is that they get to be in my VA community where I'm constantly providing, updates to the training also, and also new features as they're getting released. Every Thursday morning, I'm doing Q&A inside my community where, you know, I'm answering questions and I'm sharing like how I'm using OneTech, what are the new things that are happening and all of that. So they are really staying connected with all of that. And they have access to all the replays and all of that. Okay, so let's see. Kathy said, perfect, thank you. I need all in one place. Do you have an affiliate link? Kathy, I do have an affiliate link. I can share that. And Danielle said, yay, thank you so much. So should I switch to OneTech before I do anything more on Social Connector? And is there a price list for it? So Danielle, totally up to you. We can talk offline. I am going to share the link for OneTech and also my affiliate link. Kathy said, I'm just starting, so this is perfect time to start OneTech. Awesome, awesome. Makes my heart happy. Okay, my affiliate link is on my website. I am going to hop off because I am going to be doing the Q&A tech talk inside Big Breakthrough Academy in a couple of minutes. So I'm going to start that call. And at 12:45 Eastern time, I will be in the 90-Day Difference Elites group. If you're in any of those two, you can totally join me for that call. And I will be back in my community, Wealthy Startups, next Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. We are going to build the next step in the process, which is how to build that automation that's going to deliver this lead magnet to your leads via email also. So right now they can get to it, they can download it from there, but there is another step to make the user experience even better for your new leads, where they will be receiving that same lead magnet, that free resource via email also from you. So we're going to build that next week. So please join me for that. And I will see you then. I hope that you have a super fantastic, super productive week ahead. May peace and blessings be with you. I love you all. Bye.